This is WKBS TV, Burlington, Philadelphia, a member of the New Jersey Broadcasters Association.
I mean, I don't... Sid, what was it I ordered anyway?
Lamb stew.
Lamb. I hate lamb. You know, I'm so convoluted about Tyler and his condition, I can't even remember anything from one minute to the next.
Calvin, take it easy.
Yeah, I was really sorry to hear about Damian. He's such a nice fellow, too. But rotten luck.
Yeah, everything seems to be happening to him lately.
It's some business you're in, Calvin.
Tell me about it. Times like this make me wish I was a plumber.
What happened anyway? How was he shot?
Damned if I know. I mean, everything is so sketchy, I can't even put it together. All I know is he was shot by some creep by the name of Chummy Davis. See, Tyler had gone underground and busted Chummy and a couple of his pals who were running an illegal gun running operation.
Revenge.
And how? They shot him right in the chest at point-blank range.
Oh, my God.
And this happened at police headquarters?
Yes. Really makes the department look great, doesn't it?
Huh.
What's his condition?
I don't know. I mean, the chief won't tell me how bad off he is. The hospital won't let him have any visitors.
Well, that's understandable if he's in critical condition.
Yeah, well, Mallory promised me some information today, and here I sit without any. It is driving me up the wall.
Look, Calvin, the chief has probably been very busy, and I'm sure he has a lot on his mind, too.
Lately, he most certainly has.
Hey, Calvin, here is dinner.
Thanks, Mitzi. What is this?
It's
Thank
lamb
you.
stew. It's what you ordered, isn't it? Calvin, I'm real sorry about Damian. How is he?
I don't know. That's what I was just sitting here fuming about. My boss won't tell me anything. The hospital won't give out any information.
I'll tell you, if it was my friend, I would march myself right up to that hospital, knock down the door to his room, and see for myself. I would. I really would.
Well, then it's a good thing he's not your friend, because not only is that illegal, it's also stupid.
Well, legal or stupid though it may be, that is exactly what I'm going to do. Excuse me, ladies. Oh, thanks, Mitzi.
Yeah, bye, Calvin.
Mitzi, what are you trying to do? Create trouble?
No, I was just trying to comfort Calvin.
Well, you got a funny way of doing it.
Well, I bet he gets results.
Yeah, I'll bet he does.
Well, no use letting it go to waste.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Puritan Oil. Puritan knows you're fighting serum cholesterol. Puritan wants you to win. And by Tide. The extra action in Tide means dirt can't hide.
Isn't this awful? Peanut butter here, and jelly here, and charcoal all over here. That's going to be a toughie to clean. Well, I'm going to make it even tougher by tying this up about this tight. I want you to see that dirt can't hide from extra action Tide. Now, both sleeves are clean, see? No peanut butter, no jelly. And what about inside the nut? Ta-da! Look at how clean. Now you've seen what Tide can do. And it does it on lots of cleaning problems. The real toughies. The extra action in Tide means dirt can't hide.
I have here 43 folders of a university study. Each folder represents one family, and together they represent a victory in the continuing fight against cholesterol. Now, in 3 weeks, these people reduced serum cholesterol an average of 9.6%. How? by cutting down on saturated fats and cholesterol. They ate more chicken, fish, and vegetables, and for cooking and salads, they used Puritan oil, because Puritan is low in saturated fats and contains no cholesterol. Perhaps these families can inspire your family. Puritan knows you're fighting serum cholesterol. Puritan wants you to win.
Would you like a drink, Kelly?
No, thanks, Mike. Hey, Mike, when is Nancy going to be back from Springfield?
I expect her within the hour. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just suffering from foot-in-mouth disease, from which I understand is incurable.
I know of one.
Oh, really? What's that?
Don't put your foot there in the first place.
Yeah, well, my foot is there, and I can't figure out a way to pull it out.
Well, you have my sympathy, slight as it may be.
I lost a lot of popularity with Val yesterday at lunch, holding on to my conviction that Jim Dietrichson is a phony. But I'm sorry, Mike. It's the way I feel. I can't help it.
But you can't help mentioning it so frequently. You've put her on the defensive about the guy. Now, that's a tactical error, Kelly.
Well, I'll tell you, the tactical error that I made was bringing up the subject of her stepmother, Beth Bryson, at lunch. Look, I knew that Val doesn't like her, but I had no idea that she was going to get so angry.
You touched a raw nerve, that's for sure.
Well, maybe the only way I can get back in Val's good graces is to prove that my theory about Jim Dietrichson is true.
She'll calm down, Kelly. Just give her a little time. But the next time, walk more softly, will you?
I'm going to take your advice on that one.
Aha! At long last, the lovely lady of the house.
Oh, Cole.
Hello, darling.
Oh, Cole. Oh, gracious. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Nancy, we missed you.
Oh, that's good. What, are you that hungry?
Yep.
Oh, no. Well, all right. If that's the only reason that you missed me, you can fix your own dinners tonight. Oh, this is...
That's a good excuse for taking you out to dinner, then.
Oh.
Would you care for some brandy to warm up?
Yes, I would love some. Thank you. Oh, it's good to be home. I had quite a day.
How was the assignment in Springfield?
Not very productive. Very cold, and therefore boring.
What happened?
Well, I just couldn't get it to work out. I just wouldn't come together. It would have if the principals would have been willing to give me an interview, but they wouldn't, so that was that.
Not even with your persuasive powers?
Nope. Nope. Stubborn to the end.
Oh, no, Nancy. Does that mean that your trip to Springfield was a total waste of time?
Oh, no. No. I read a good book on the way home. No, it's called Cooking for Two. You two might check it out before my next out-of-town assignment.
Thanks a lot. Well, we do have a new assignment for you. You've been granted another interview, if you want it.
What do you mean?
It's Kelly's story. I'll let him tell you.
Nancy, do you remember the idea I had about visiting Beth Bryson to talk to her about the people that she knew in Lucerne?
Yes, to find out if she could identify Jim Dietrichson.
Right. Well, Mike went to all the trouble of setting up an interview with me and Beth, with the prison officials, but she didn't know who I was, so she said no. She said no until yesterday.
It turns out that Mrs. Bryson is willing to see someone. You.
Me?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I should think I'd be the last person in the world she'd want to see. She hates me. Why would she want to talk to me?
I know it's surprising, but she has agreed.
Nancy, it would be perfectly understandable if you wouldn't want to take a trip up to Redstone Prison to visit Beth, particularly since she's the last person in the world that you would want to talk to.
It would mean dredging up a lot of unpleasant memories, Nancy.
Well, I just went to Springfield to see a murderer. No reason why I can't see Dr. Bryson's wife.
Would you like to think about it first?
No. No, I'll go as soon as the prison officials say it's okay.
Hello, folks.
Hi.
Hope over here be all right?
Sure, great. Oh, Mitzi, Dee Dee, hi. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you. Want to join us? Sure.
Ladies, if you don't mind, I'd like to spend some time privately with Valerie. Is it okay?
It's okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
You care to order something to drink before you order dinner?
Yes, I would like a glass of white wine.
Make it 2.
Okay.
You don't mind, do you?
No.
I wanted to be with you. Talk alone.
Okay. Let's talk.
Well, first off, it's about Kelly.
What about him?
His antagonism. It's really been bothering me. He's really a nice guy, but... Well, you know, you've been feeling what's going on.
Yeah, I have, Jim. And, well, I'm sorry about it, but I don't know what more I can do. I've told Kelly that I'm just not ready to be with one person right now, and he's just making it sort of difficult. Has he said something to you?
No. He's just been dropping these really heavy hints about my not being trustworthy. He doesn't trust me, does he?
No.
Okay.
But I have told him 1,000,000 times that he has no cause whatsoever to feel that way.
Oh, yeah? You said that?
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice change. There was a time when you didn't trust me either. Like the time when you asked me about the caretaker, Rumpelstiltskin. That was a test, wasn't it?
Okay, it was. And I'm sorry. I felt awful at the time, but, well, I needed to give Kelly in particular some positive assurance about who you were. So when I remembered that pet name we had, I just figured I'd ask you too.
It's understandable. I came back into your life pretty suddenly.
And you remember the name Rumpelstiltskin. So you must be the real Jim Dietrichson.
I could have had a lapse of memory. I mean, right now, I can't remember Frau Nerflinger's first name for the life of me.
Magda.
Magda. There you go. I couldn't remember it for anything. Now, would you stop seeing me for something like that?
Of course not. Jim, I know who you are.
The truth is, I'd like to just forget about Lucerne and all of that happened.
Oh, but Jim, we have some really lovely memories there.
Yeah. But every time I think about the clinic in Lucerne, I think about Vietnam, and I'd like to forget about that. I'd like to just be here and now.
Okay. That's important to me, too.
Okay. No more testing. No more Rumpelstiltskin, no more Lucerne. Just you and me and Monticello, here, now.
And the theater company?
Yeah, and the theater company.
Mrs. Whitney, I can't tell you how nice it is of you to join me tonight.
Very kind of you to invite me, I'm sure.
Is this table all right?
Quite, thank you.
I want you to be comfortable tonight. Now, what would you like to drink?
Well, let's see. Dry vermouth on the rocks.
Fine, I'll have the same.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you noticed it, but everyone seems to be staring at us.
No, I hadn't noticed, as a matter of fact.
Well, they are. And I think they're all looking at you. And I don't think it's just because you're a celebrity, but because you're so beautiful tonight.
Fancy that.
When America catches a cold, there's only one major cold medicine that offers this guarantee: relief to your satisfaction or your money back. Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. We gave our guarantee to Katia Falvey.
Alka-Seltzer Plus relieves my itchy, watery eyes. It tames my sore throat.
We gave our guarantee to Rick Marchetti.
Alka-Seltzer Plus really relieves my runny nose, my sinus.
And we give our guarantee to you: relief to your satisfaction or your money back. That's the Alka-Seltzer Plus guarantee.
We made our Heinz ketchup strainer test even tougher. We've lined the 3 strainers with a popular coffee filter. Think that would keep the competition from running?
It should.
Nope. Same results. Heinz thicker ketchup still wins.
Seeing is believing.
But here's where the thickness pays off.
Seeing is believing, but tasting is proof. Heinz is the best tasting ketchup.
Heinz, America's thickest, best tasting ketchup.
Now, your late husband, Senator Whitney, was a very distinguished man. Everyone seems to remember him with such pleasure.
Yes. As a politician, he was probably more dedicated than most. And certainly he was sincere and honest.
Oh, that must have been wonderful, sharing a life like that.
Well, it was in many ways. Mr. Gentry, I must admit to you that your questions have stirred up memories that have lain dormant for years.
Oh, I hope I haven't made him unhappy for you at all.
Oh, no, not at all. As a matter of fact, I've been digging into old scrapbooks again. Letters, diaries, things of that sort.
Yes, I know you've gone through a lot of trouble for me.
Well, I'm sure it will be worth it. Especially if your friends are really serious about writing a play about my husband's political chapters.
Oh, they're very serious, and I'm sure any help as far as information you can give will be appreciated enormously.
Then that will make me very happy. I know that you're particularly interested in that period when Gordon thought that he just might, gain the nomination to the presidency. Oh, it was an extraordinary period, and it comes to very few.
Can you remember that time in a little more detail?
Fortunately, I kept a diary that year to jog my memory if need be.
Oh, that's marvelous. Say, do you think my friends could take a look at that journal?
Well, I really wouldn't like to let it out of my hands, mainly because my reflections were so highly personal. But I think I can tell your playwrights something about the emotions that Gordon felt, and I felt, about the possibility of his nomination.
That's fabulous.
Oh, there were some most interesting episodes during that period. Those people who disliked Gordon suddenly became his best friend. And others who were friends ignored him. No. The whole human comedy was played out during those few hours when his nomination seemed possible.
That's unbelievable.
Predictable. But I'm running on here like a machine. I think it's time you told me something about yourself and the people you're working with. I'd like to know something of their qualifications.
Well, first of all, I am from Los Angeles via Flint, Michigan. And I recently decided that the Hollywood scene was just not for me, too superficial. So right now I'm visiting a friend, Jim Diedrichson, here in Monticello.
Oh, yes, I know who he is. He's forming a repertory company here. And is it his group that's interested in doing a play about my husband?
Well, yes, he is, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to find someone a little more solvent. See, Jim is really strapped for money right now. As a matter of fact, if he doesn't raise $600 soon, he's going to be put out of the theater.
Oh, dear.
Well, listen, I don't mean to burden you with his problems. I was wondering if you could answer a question for me. A beautiful woman like you, how come you've never married for the second time?
My dear, I did. How do you think I came by the name Saxon?
Saxon? Of course. Guess I just didn't know. I'm sorry.
But you told me you knew everything about me.
Slight exaggeration. Listen, how about another drink? Something a little more fitting to the atmosphere and the company. Waiter. This time, make it champagne.
Certainly.
Getting a kitten down from a tree, kiss a herd on the right spot. Little things mean a lot.
Little things do mean a lot. So I care about everything that touches our lives. Like white cloud. White cloud, Mom? Nothing soft or feel. It is soft. But there's more. White cloud's got 2 full fluffy plies, and it's absorbent. Watch. Wow! The most absorbent. Softness, fullness, absorbency. They all add up to white cloud quality for this family.
White cloud, because little things mean a lot.
First, Pampers invented quilting to help keep babies dry. Now Pampers invents a new kind of quilting, cushion quilting. It keeps a little baby a lot drier and a lot happier than any Pampers ever did. What's different about new cushion quilting? It makes the lining fluffy. Even when your baby presses down, new cushion quilting helps keep wetness from seeping back onto your baby's skin. It's the driest Pampers ever. Introducing new cushion quilted Pampers. It keeps a little baby a lot drier and a lot happier.
Good evening, ladies.
Hiya. Hi, partner.
Hi.
Hey, big fella.
Why don't you take off your coat?
Why don't you take off your uniform?
You first.
Mitzi.
What?
What I meant was, why are you sitting out here eating dinner in your waitress uniform?
Well, I have a dinner break and Calvin ran out on his food, so...
Oh, he did he?
Didn't see any use in letting it go to waste.
Good thinking.
Fortunately, he ordered every single thing I don't like. He's sick.
Bad thinking.
Cliff, sit down, please.
Oh, sure. Well. How's Calvin?
Well, how was your meeting with Mike Carr to discuss Gavin Wiley's case?
Oh, well, it was terrible. I mean, I wish he was more enthusiastic about the whole idea.
What did he say?
Well, he thought it was a good theory. In fact, he bought the whole theory lock, stock, and barrel.
So what's wrong with that?
That's good, isn't it?
That's just the trouble. It's just a theory. What can the district attorney do until the police reopen the case? He needs hard evidence.
And with Damian in the hospital, there's not too much he can do.
Yeah, nobody knows how long he's going to be laid up.
Well, can't Calvin take over where Damian left off? Maybe find out some things?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Calvin just went to the hospital to find out about Damian's condition.
Well, I certainly hope Calvin or Damian come up with something, because I can't wait to lock horns with Tony Hammersmith in court. Hey, that's really good.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you doing?
Actually, what would be best is if they dropped all the charges against Gavin. And that's what Gavin and Jody want.
Music stopped.
Only one thing left to do.
Isn't this nice? The whole place to ourselves.
I want us to be together always, Jody. Just like this.
Is that a proposal of marriage?
No, it can't be. Not now. You know that. There are too many unsettled things in our lives.
Well, maybe they won't be unsettled for long. Maybe Damian Tyler's new information will resolve everything.
Maybe. But we've had so many high hopes in this long nightmare. I'm just afraid of hoping for too much.
No, not this time. Everything is going to work out. I can feel it in my bones.
Well, maybe I'm being overly cautious because I'm just afraid that the whole damn thing is going to fall apart. I could still go on trial. I still might wind up on the losing end.
That's negative.
That's realistic. And even if I do go off scot-free, what about the future?
We'd have life together. What's wrong with that future?
Nothing. Nothing at all. But I still have to have a job. I can't make a living as a choreographer in a town that doesn't have a dance company.
And I know you don't want to leave Monticello. Neither do I.
Well, maybe Monticello will have an acting company. And if you become its director...
If. That's all in the dream stage. You know that. Oh, it'd be terrific, sure. But we can't count on it. All we can count on is each other.
Is your cold any better?
Worse.
I got you this new cold medicine.
No NyQuil?
Well, this has...
Nothing's more effective than NyQuil to relieve my sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, and fever so I can rest.
A sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever so you can rest medicine?
That's NyQuil.
That's special. I'll be right back.
NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine. Mrs. Wright wrote playtext about her girdle.
I have a better half and a worse half. So I used to wear a heavy girdle with panels, uncomfortable. Then I tried your I can't believe it's a girdle. That incredibly strong, amazingly light fabric, it holds and feels comfortable. I can't believe it's a girdle. Firm control, but lightweight and comfortable. If you have a worse half, you'll love it.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
The possibilities are exciting here at the water's edge, at the ports of Philadelphia. Today, the ports, which include Camden, Wilmington, Gloucester, and Philadelphia, provide jobs for 300,000. But that's just a...
First the plane's late, now they've lost my luggage.
Oh, they just found mine.
Oh, they've exploded.
These must be yours. Oh, and that's definitely mine.
Your deodorant?
No, that's mine under your socks.
Secret?
Of course, it really helps keep me dry.
Our roll-on's wet?
Well, Secret feels dry rolling on. See?
Oh, I ought to try it.
Sorry, Secret's pH balanced and it's just for women. And so is that.
Secret dry roll-on, strong enough for a man.
But pH balanced for a woman.
All these people have one thing in common. They're all members of the National Rifle Association. Why have over 3 million Americans joined the NRA? For just $20, you receive full membership, which includes $300 gun theft insurance, $10,000 accidental death and dismemberment insurance, and 12 action-packed issues of NRA's exclusive magazines, The American Hunter or The American Rifleman. Now you can join the NRA just by picking up the telephone and calling the number on your screen. The call is free and you'll be billed later, so join the NRA now.
Call 1-800-453-1904. If you join now, you'll get NRA's exclusive Made for the USA Shooters Cap free with your paid membership. Send no money. You will be billed. Just call 1-800-453-1904. That's 1-800-453-1904.
This electronic timer will show how fast Chloraseptic can relieve sore throat pain.
My throat's really red, I'm sure, and it has a raw feeling to it.
Will you try Chloraseptic?
Yes.
Now watch the timer.
Oh, it numbs it. It's fantastic. It's like somebody's coated it with a medication.
With doctor-recommended Chloraseptic, relief is just seconds away.
Look, would you mind telling me what you guys are doing in there?
What's it look like I'm doing? Doing my job.
Yeah, well, look, did they transfer this guy to another room or what?
Don't ask me. I just do what I'm told.
Miss, look, I'm trying to find the guy supposed to be in this room. His name's Damian Tyler. Can you tell me where he is?
I'm sorry. He's gone.
Hey, look, pal. Can you tell me what's going on around here?
What's it look like?
Look, did they move the guy who was in this room to another room or what?
Don't ask me. I just do what I'm told.
Hey, wait a minute. Look, miss, can you help me? I'm trying to find the guy who's supposed to be in this room, Damian Tyler.
I'm sorry, but he's gone.
What do you mean, gone? I mean, he hasn't vanished or disappeared. Wait a minute, he's not...
I'm sorry, sir.
Look, lady, I have been trying to find someone to give me some information. I am a friend. Get it? A friend of the man who's supposed to be in room 421?
Please.
Wait, look, listen, you're going to have to give me some information or I'm going to begin to tear this place apart one brick at a time. Now, look, I am trying to find Detective Damian Tyler, okay? I'm a detective myself. He's my partner, all right? Now, do you have any idea where the man is who I'm talking to you about?
I just know what they told me at the desk, sir. He's gone. Such a nice man, too.
Bonjour, monsieur, dame. Voulez-vous laisser vos montres?
Bonjour, monsieur. Nous voudrons un petit déjeuner.
Ah, bien sûr. Monsieur, bienvenue chez nous et bon appétit.
Merci bien.
Rien.
Mon Dieu, arrêtez, arrêtez au voleur, vite!
Qu'est-ce qui se passe, Corinne?
Il est parti avec le manteau de fourrure.
Oh là!
You lost your coat here.
Thank you, monsieur. You did that very well.
It's okay. It just happens to be my line of work. Look, why don't you call your police and I'll hold our friend right
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wake up. Come on, it's 7 o'clock. Wake up.
Good night.
No, in the morning, silly.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Hey, silly, will you wake up, please? It's time. Come on, you're the one who wanted to get up early.
I must
Really
have
sorry.
said that in an impetuous moment.
Yeah, one of your usual impetuous moments.
Are we still in Switzerland?
No, we're back in Monticello.
No, I don't want to go back there. How long can we stay there?
Oh, till the impulse moves me. Us. Come on. Get ready.
Okay, give me a minute.
All right, just don't take too long, though, because we want to try that new slope that I saw yesterday, remember? And I want to get there in case the weather changes.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Last night you said that you definitely want to try this slope.
Well, I do eventually, but,
But what?
well, I'm scared.
Scared of what, honey? I'm going to be with you the whole time. There's nothing to be frightened of.
Yeah, but everyone keeps saying that all the trails are dangerous now because of the storms, and that one's so remote.
Well, so what? I told you there's no reason to be scared. I'll be there with you.
Can we go to Corvillia first?
Now, what would that prove?
Because I can go down there once, and I can get my confidence, and then I'll go down the tougher one with you.
Okay. That's what you want. We'll go back to Corvillia.
Okay, good.
what a life. We're sitting here drinking cheap, warm beer, and Johnny's in some posh restaurant someplace getting cozy with a bankroll. I bet anything he's ordered champagne.
Yeah, with our 70 bucks.
What do you mean, his 70 bucks?
No quibble. Beer's better than water, isn't it?
Not by much.
Oh, you guys do carry on so. Huh, that's incredible. What are you worried about? We'll all be drinking champagne soon.
Sure wish I had your confidence, Smiley.
Right, it's very simple, baby brother, simple. Handsome young man accidentally meets lonely old widow. Invites her to a fancy restaurant for dinner. Little candlelight, little wine. He charms her, he flatters her. He bats his big blue eyes at her a couple of times, and she has a heart flutter.
Or a heart attack.
Shut up and drink your warm beer.
And then what?
Ah. By coffee and dessert time, she invites him to her place to see her art collection of Renoirs, Picassos, and the Wyeth portrait of her deceased husband, which undoubtedly hangs over the fireplace.
And then?
Backgammon?
And then what?
And then what? The money.
Yeah.
Money. It'll be simple at first. Maybe a French watch or a gold cigarette case, tuxedo tailored in London, and then he'll graduate to an Italian-made sports car, maybe a vacation at the Riviera, a few shares of AT&T, and then he'll walk right through the doors of the bank and get power of attorney, and we get our theater.
I don't know, Smiley. Rich widows don't just hand over their money to strangers.
This one will.
How can you be so sure?
Hey, it's my business to be sure. Are you kidding? Geraldine Whitney Saxon? She's perfect. Perfect. She's right for the picking. A woman with enormous wealth, a woman with great power, society, politics, all that. And she runs the local television station. Do you know that?
Yeah, we know, so?
So, you know what that means? What it means? Not only do we get free publicity, but very soon we get to produce our first play for television. Think of that. Our first play, starring the Masters Players, written by Hector Wilson, directed by Jim Diedrichson. We do the play, we get it on the air, and we fall right in our nose because we don't have the talent. We just can't handle it.
You sure think big, Smiley.
You gotta think big all the time, baby brother. I tell you, the most important thing of this whole affair is the fact that she's lonely. That's right. She's all by herself in that big house. No man in her life. She is vulnerable.
What makes you think she wants a boy in her life?
Every woman wants to feel young. This boy will knock 20 years off of her life. Besides, she likes variety. Did you know that her first husband was a United States Senator?
Yeah, you told us all that. You also told Johnny to talk that one up big.
That's right. That's what you have to do when you meet someone for the first time. Let them know that you know something about them. And her second husband was some kind of big-time crook. I think I can use that, too.
How do you figure?
I don't know. Think.
You know, sometimes I don't like the way you think.
What is it with you? I'm the only one trying to hold this thing together.
Yeah, but there's got to be a better way than cozying up to rich widows.
Here we are, Mr. Gentry. I must say that was a very pleasant dinner. Thank you for your company.
Oh, the pleasure was mine. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Now, just make yourself comfortable. I think I can find that journal that I kept in 1956.
Thank you. Say, I was wondering, might I use your phone?
Oh, by all means. And fix yourself a drink if you like.
Thank you. Hello, this is Agent X9 here.
Johnny.
How are you, old man?
How you doing? We've been waiting to hear from you.
I thought you'd never ask. I'm practically in Mrs. Saxon's boudoir.
I'm Dick Cavett, and people say the worst news you can hear is Mike Wallace is outside with a microphone. Well, he's on my next show, The Dick Cavett Show. Join us.
Tonight at 1. Ask your dentist. Before he scrapes that ugly tartar off your teeth, ask him why so many dentists are switching from their toothpastes to this one. Tartar Control Crest in the silver box. Dentists know that besides fighting cavities, Tartar Control Crest does something no fluoride toothpaste could ever do. Fight ugly tartar. Dentists proved it works in 3 years of clinical tests. Look, hard, crusty tartar takes a dentist or hygienist to scrape it off. But you can help keep visible tartar off your teeth between dental cleanings with Tartar Control Crest. But don't just take my word for it. Ask your dentist about Tartar Control Crest, the dentist's choice for fighting tartar.
Protein stains, when they're ground in, dried on, soaked all the way through, you need more power to cut through. You need the protein power of new Era Plus. Just watch. This tough grass stain is made of protein. And look, protein gets out protein. And now Era has even more power. Enough to cut through and clean the ground-in dirt below. Nothing gets out every stain. But now you can cut clean through with the amazing power of protein. New Era Plus. Protein power to cut clean through.
Pressure. Getting hot. Difference is you're not.
Band Solid makes the difference, and the difference is the dryness. Its wide oval shape glides on super dry.
Eyes on you. Pressure's higher. Difference is you stay drier.
Band Solid fights odor, fights wetness, keeps you drier than these leading solids.
Under pressure, under stress. Difference is you feel fresh.
Band Solid, the difference is the dryness. Also available in roll-on.
I took the liberty of making you a drink too, Mrs. Saxon.
Oh, how nice. Thank you.
Well, I see you found your journal.
Yes, I'm not sure that this is going to be any great help to your friends in writing their play about Gordon, but I should think there are some things in here that might be helpful.
Oh, I know there will be.
Oh, there is one thing that I would like to make clear. I don't want the episodes to be dramatized exactly as they happened. And some of the names will have to be changed to protect the guilty.
Mrs. Saxon, I must say you have a delightful sense of humor. But I assure you I'll keep my promise. I will see to it that you have a complete right of approval to the script before it even goes into rehearsal. That is, if we can raise the money.
Would you mind putting a little water in that? It's a little strong for my taste.
Oh, certainly, I'm sorry. And I do say, if we can raise that money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dear. The memories this evokes. Listen to this. I wonder if I should start worrying about a gown for the inauguration ball. Oh, now how's that for being presumptuous? Well, it's quite obvious here that I'm very excited about the possibility of being a first lady.
And you would have made one of the loveliest first ladies in all of history, Mrs. Saxon.
Why, thank you, Mr. Gentry.
Why don't you call me Johnny?
All right.
And I'll call you... Well, I'll call you Mrs. Saxon. You know, it's strange. I know I've only known you for a couple of hours, but I feel like I've known you always. Why do you suppose I feel that way?
I can't imagine.
Do you suppose it's some sort of a karma?
Possibly. But I should think it more likely that I remind you of your mother.
Oh! No. You're much too young for that. Actually, you do remind me of someone. Someone I knew in L.A. A very attractive woman. I cared for her very much. But she wasn't nearly as attractive as you are. Tell me something. What is that you're wearing tonight?
Provocative.
How very apt.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Good Lord.
What's so funny? I don't see what's so amusing.
Oh, dear boy, do you think I actually used my journals as a pretense to lure you into my web?
Well, you don't see me complaining, do you?
Oh, but I am. My dear child, I had 2 sons who, had they lived, would be a good deal older than you are now.
What does that have to do with anything we're talking about?
No, really, no. Please. I'm sorry. I surely don't want to hurt your feelings. But I think you'd better leave before I turn you over my knee and spank you.
I thought you liked me.
Oh, I do. I do. I think you're really quite a nice young man, really. But let me give you a word of advice. The next time you approach a mature woman like me, wait for about 30 years.
That's the way you feel about it. Me?
Yes, I do. Oh, here. Now, don't forget this. It's very cold out there, and you mustn't be careless about dressing warmly. That's it. Now, good night, Johnny Gentry. They'll never believe this in my memoirs.
This electronic timer will show how fast you can relieve sore throat pain.
My sore throat feels very red and hot.
Will you try Chloraseptic?
Sure.
Now watch the timer.
Oh, that's nice. That works really good.
With doctor-recommended Chloraseptic, relief is just seconds away.
These are the amazing Lee press-on nails. They press on in seconds. No glue, no mess. Simply press on Lee Super Stick tabs. Then press on Lee press-on nails. That's all. Easy on, easy off. Use them again and again. They just won't break or split. Polish, and they're nearly impossible to chip. So press on Lee press-on nails. In natural and glamour lengths and a variety of sizes for a quick, easy fit. Press on.
Cablevision started something great in Memphis several years ago, and Cablevision is keeping television great in Memphis.
With the news and information you need when you need it. Watch CNN for in-depth news coverage or headline news for quick updates 24 hours a day, every day. And team up with ESPN to get the kind of sports excitement and exclusive sports coverage you won't find anywhere else.
Start something great in your home with Cablevision.
Cablevision's USA Network gives you a front row seat to action-packed primetime wrestling. Hearts pound when professional wrestling fever strikes. You'll see all the fists, and fights. Don't miss a thrilling minute of primetime wrestling, Mondays at 7 p.m. And now you can stop wrestling with lines if you pay your cable bill in person, because Cablevision has 11 new convenient payment centers. Look in your April bill for complete listings. Cablevision, for the time of your life.
What the hell is Tyler? I just spent over 2 hours at the hospital. I couldn't get a single solitary soul to say anything to me.
Come on.
Oh, look, Chief, if the guy's condition is really that bad, why wasn't I told that it was critical in the first place?
For crying out loud, will you calm down? I'm trying to tell you, but you haven't shut up long enough. Now sit down.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to tell you the truth, but if you breathe one word of this outside my office, I'll have your badge, to say nothing of your badge. You get me?
Yes, sir.
And believe me, Tyler's condition is not serious. He's got a powder burn and a slight case of shock.
What?
The gun Chummy Davis grabbed and shot him with wasn't his service .38. It was that little .32 that you guys used for that experiment in Gavin Wiley's old dance studio.
You mean the piece with the blank cartridges?
Exactly. He had it stuffed in his belt. Must have looked very inviting to Chummy Davis when he saw him.
So you're telling me his injury is not serious at all?
The impact knocked him down, and like I say, he's got that powder burn, but nothing serious. While we were in the hospital, we cooked up this little idea. He was so determined to go to Switzerland.
You mean you guys trumped this whole thing up just to get him over there?
I couldn't make it an official trip. The commissioner, if he finds out about it...
Yeah, so you had to devise the hocus pocus.
So he can recuperate for as long as it takes for him to find the witness and see if he can get something from him.
You mean like a confession?
That would be nice. Don't think it'll be easy, but it sure would save us a lot of grief.
And the taxpayers are trying.
Calvin, I'm telling you this because you're his partner and his friend, but it would be my neck on the block if you noise this around.
Me? Come on, Chief. You know me better than that. Look, I don't know why you guys didn't just tell me this right off the bat.
Yeah, and what would you have done?
I don't know. Maybe I'd have gone off and recouped a little myself. I mean, why should I be the one to miss out on a free vacation to Switzerland?
Yeah, that's just what the commissioner will say if he finds out I sent him over there.
Well, what about the people over at the hospital?
People in the hospital don't know. The few that had to, they'll keep their lips buttoned.
Oh, well, look, you can count on me, Chief. I'll keep it quiet.
Calvin, understand this. Another reason I don't want this to get around is because I don't want people to know what a sucker I've been.
Boy, you know, this could really pay off in a big way.
You think so? I don't know. Personally, I don't even think Tyler will be able to find the Whitneys.
I have never seen this girl because we have so lot of people in the car watch. I've never seen. I'm so sorry.
Lighten up, will you, Jimmy? Jeez. It's a show business. You have to hustle in this racket,
Yeah,
you know.
Smiley's been hustling all his life.
Is that the secret to your success? Hey, I had a few bad breaks in L.A., all right?
Well, here he is.
Hoorah. John Juan of Monticello.
How'd it go, Johnny?
Come on, tell us about your
Knock it off,
conquest.
you guys, would you?
Come on, fess up. Does she, kiss on the first date?
Come on, hey, lay off, will you? Hey, look, nobody's laughing at you, Johnny. Hey, we know you did it for the group. So, was she nice to you?
All she paid for dinner, if that's what you mean.
What? I gave you money for dinner.
Well, you didn't give me enough.
How come?
Well, the bill was, $110, that's how come.
$110? What'd you have to eat?
I don't know, I can't pronounce it, but it was the most expensive thing on the menu, and then there was the champagne.
What'd I tell you?
Hey, all right, forget the menu. After dinner, well, what happened?
Well, she took me up to her hotel suite.
I figured that.
And then, she told me...
Yeah?
To dress warm, and then she sent me home.
I told you that Geraldine Saxon was nobody's fool.
Yeah, she's a very, very smart lady, and you know something else? She's very nice. Nice and motherly.
All right. Hey, so we picked the wrong widow for the first try.
Sure did.
I'm sorry.
Guys, forget it. It's over with, all right? Look, we'll do it again, huh? Just leave it to old Smiley.
To a gentleman who said he recognized these two people and that they were wearing their ski outfits and had skis with them, so I assume they've gone up on a slope somewhere. Can you tell me where they might have gone?
Oh, you ask me the impossible. We have over 400 kilometers of slopes.
Whoa, well, can you name some of them?
Well, there's Pitsnea, Corvilia, Korvac, or they could even be on the Diavolica in Pontresina.
Oh, you're right. Looks like I'm going to have to check it out for myself. Thank you very much for your time.
I wish you luck to find them. Goodbye.
Musty odors. We need Arm & Hammer Maximum Strength Carpet Deodorizer. More odor-destroying ingredient than these combined. And while those sit on top, Arm & Hammer Carpet Deodorizer penetrates, destroys deep down odors.
The whole room's fresh.
They work better, cost less.
You put the Arm & Hammer baking soda in the freezer.
It's not a mistake, Harry. One box to absorb freezer odors and a fresh box to absorb refrigerator odors.
Freshen the fridge and freezer with Arm & Hammer Pure Baking Soda.
An hour from now, there'll be 50,000 fans here, eating, drinking, cheering, and groaning. Some of those fans will leave here not feeling so well. Whether it's heartburn, upset stomach, even diarrhea, they can all take one remarkable medicine for relief. Pepto-Bismol. As it coats, Pepto-Bismol relieves what's wrong. relieves it, then leaves a protective coating behind. Pepto-Bismol. For most common stomach discomforts, the one that coats is the only one you need.
When you clean, do you feel like some places are always out of reach? Now Lysol Pine Action has a dual action top. Squeeze the full strength of Lysol Pine Action's deep cleaning formula in hard-to-get-at places where dirt and germs build up. Or the dual action top lets you dilute it for bigger jobs. Lysol Pine Action with the fresh pine scent. It puts every cleaning job within reach.
What would you rather rely on? Something wimpy or something hefty?
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy.
Hefty.
Wimpy. Wimpy bags are fine for wimpy jobs, but don't send one to do a hefty job. When the pressure's on, hefty stretches where wimpy bags break. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Want a bag you can rely on? Then don't send a wimpy bag to do a hefty job.
Hefty.
Air travel furnished by Capital Air.